As we continue to meet this 36th class of interns through the Nebraska Corn Board, we're going to look a little different. We're going to talk data and how that's all going to come back to you guys as corn growers. Hi, I'm Susan Littlefield with the American Ag Network. Ansley Gydesen joins us now. Ansley is the research and demand intern for the Nebraska Corn Board. So I think first and foremost, let's talk about what that all entails, Ansley.
Well, it's kind of a lot. It goes anywhere from all the research projects that we fund through checkoff dollars and things like that. So like yesterday, I sat in with our research team on the nitrogen management of corn crops, what that looks like, what their data and their research brought back. And then I take things like that and I make it into a simplified chart for the public to understand.
That's fun though.
Yeah, it is super fun and it's super interesting. And I feel kind of like awesome when I do it because it's like, oh, I understand it. But really, they just give me their cheat sheets on what everything means. So it's not as complicated. But it's super fun to see the like outcomes that research teams and stuff find through, I mean, it's like a year's worth of research. And then getting to put that out into the public so that everybody can understand what that means, what farmers can understand what that means for their crops, for their cattle, for, you know, any other livestock thing. We're tapping really deeply into ethanol right now as well. So I've been doing a lot of research about ethanol, how we can crack into like the marine shipping industry, as that is one of the biggest trade markets in the entire world. So that's been really fun and interesting to like kind of look at and stuff too. But right now, those are kind of my two biggest projects at the moment.
So really, Ansley, you're a numbers gal. I mean, you love looking at numbers and charts and putting that all together.
Yes, it's so weird because I hate math. And yeah, everyone is like, what? Like, I've never been a math person. High school, I hated math. I took the lowest math class I could because I was just like, I can't do it. Like, I don't want to learn it. But when you put it in a chart, it like makes sense in my brain.
There you go.
Because I love like the lists. I love things like that. That's how my brain works. But if you put like a long division in front of me, I'm like, no.
Peace out.
Yeah.
So for you, let's talk a little bit about your background and what you're studying and what your major is.
Yes. So I am a journalism and political science double major. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would go with any of this. But I've actually talked to many like professionals and things like that. And a lot of times for a data analyst, which is my dream profession, you only need a poli-sci degree. So I just kind of added the journalism on top of it. And through that, I do data journalism, which I found was, one, it's a really nice pairing just in general, journalism and poli-sci are. And two, they really go hand in hand. Like I've learned a lot of the coding in journalism stuff through data journalism and how to get those numbers. And also then it's helped me with like researchers in the field and farmers and things like that to then explain what those numbers mean. Like then I can interview and then that adds to my like write-up that I give out to the public.
As somebody who utilizes that information on a daily basis, whether I'm talking markets or news stories, I appreciate people like you because I don't have the time to crunch the numbers and put them into charts. So thank you for being that future person in this industry who's going to take care of it for us.
Yes, of course.
For you, what has been the biggest excitement about this internship as you get underway?
Oh, there's honestly so many things. Like literally from the top to the bottom of people describing this internship to me, I was like, I found an interest in every single bullet point. But I think going forward, I guess the kind of traveling opportunities I have, I get to go out in the field and meet with our research teams and meet with the farmers. And so having that personal networking connection is awesome. I love getting to talk to the people instead of just putting like numbers to paper. I get to put the numbers to crops and livestock and then to the people. And then it makes me feel like I'm really making a difference for them. And that's my biggest thing with data is there's so much data out there in the world, but nobody ever takes the time to like simplify it for the general public to know what it's talking about. And so my biggest goal with this internship to like get out of it, I guess, and to like give back and say this is what's going on your land is showing.
For you, what would you give? What advice would you give to somebody? Because, like you said, an internship like this wasn't really initially on your radar. So, what would you tell to somebody who was looking for an internship to broaden what they're studying in college?
I would say, oh, I don't even know. I would say, honestly, you can never have enough experience. Because, like I talked about, for ever since I wanted to do this major and like I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. I thought I was going to go the way more political route. I thought I was going to go into like defense contracting, the military, something like that, just because of my poli sci. And I also thought a company or like an organization like this would never look at me because I wasn't, agronomy. I wasn't animal sciences. I didn't really have any of those roots in the ag industry, I guess. So I think my biggest piece of advice is never limit yourself, because I almost didn't apply for this internship because I thought they would never look at me. And I am so beyond grateful that they did, because so far, even though I haven't been here for that long, but it's been an amazing opportunity so far. The people I've met are amazing, and they help inspire and grow like my interests and my creativity, the data side of me. They never shoot down my projects. They never shoot down my ideas. And so my biggest piece of advice is never limit yourself, because you might find the most like opportunity and room to grow for yourself in the places you never thought would have given you that.
Well, Ansley, I look forward to our opportunities crossing once again and getting to see some of that research and that data numbers that you're putting together. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
That's Ansley Gydesen. She is, of course, one of the interns with the Nebraska Corn Board. I'm Susan Littlefield reporting.